This Levi Ruth, the Dragon Slayer, suited for you. Big respect.
So guys, Shoot For You podcast. Today we're here with
OrWot.
Yeah man, let's get into it, bro. Right man, so to start off with, obviously I know you, I know the songs you've produced. Just chat to the people, man. Explain.
Yeah, I'm a producer. Like I've produced for like Baby Main, GU, like M Hunter, Deep Europe. Like I mainly do trap. I feel like I'm just doing everything right now. You get me?
Yeah, man. How have some of them placements come about? I know a couple producers, and that's the thing they struggle with most.
I think with placements is, I guess, it is quite difficult. It is quite difficult to get placements. I feel like the hardest one is to get your first placement.
Yeah.
Because like once you get one placement, it gets so much easier. Because then you have the social proof of like, you know,
that your beats are
people
hard.
trust you easier, innit?
Yeah.
People trust you easier. And but to get that first one, I was mad young when I got my first placement. I was like 15.
Was it lucky then? Was it like a bit like?
Yeah, it was a bit lucky. It was just sending beats. Like, I feel like back in the day, it was so much easier to send beats
Now everyone does it.
than it is now. Yeah, but even nowadays, you can get a placement from sending beats.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, it was you know that Hunter song that I did.
Yeah, I
It
was
on,
looking through the highlights. On
yeah,
Utopia, wasn't
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first like big placement in it.
it? Yeah.
And then like I had another one like do you remember like EO back in the day
Yeah, the German and one take and stuff.
I had one with him where he at 15 or whatever, like I went to his flat and whatever and just signed the contract and whatever, and he like bought the beat and whatever, but he never even brought it out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's like, even though he paid for it, I bet that seems like still such a
That
loss.
was a mad experience, especially as like I think I was just like 15 then, so I was in like what, year 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been on it since then?
I started producing early, man. I've been producing since like 13 maybe.
Jesus, man. I used to produce back in the day on FL. Would you use FL or Logic?
Yeah, I use FL as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? But it's just, bro, I just wasn't creative enough. Like when you've got to be, especially now, like the way things move, I'm sure with trap as well. I mean, I've listened to some of your beats, like it's not the normal like hi-hat patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to be different, man, because it's
Literally.
just, like the thing is, if you like, I feel like in a way it's not even just better for yourself, it's better for like even the UK as a whole if you just try and move the sound on a bit.
Definitely, bro. I mean, I will like underground rap, so that's like, I don't know if you know like Ashbeck and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, they're hard, man, like Ashbeck, Rushy,
Yeah, bro.
like,
all of them,
man.
definitely. So I like that, and I think going from like a proper like music was going proper down like the drill route, and now it's coming out with like this, and people are trying new flows, new sounds, completely new different beats, and it's sick, bro. Even with the fashion and stuff, like the fashion for underground rap.
Nah, true.
It's
I
like
think that's the thing that makes it good. I feel like every
Literally.
underground rapper nowadays has like almost like a lot of them have their own like just like fashion line or something.
Do you know Sam Rex?
Sam Rex, yeah, I know Sam
Yeah,
Rex.
he's my favorite, bro, for fashion. I think he's just, especially because he come from drill before. He used to make drill music, and it was just tracksuits. But now into his fashion, like, yeah, he's definitely someone.
Trust, he's
to look
hard
up to.
still. But imagine like, like I met him, but like I didn't like feel like
is it?
recognize his face. So that just like, because he's just come out the studio because I've just had a session after or whatever. So I've just like come in and just been like, oh yo, like just like had a little convo with him, like, oh yeah, what's your name? He's like, oh, my name's Sam, innit? It's like, and I was just like,
Well, and you didn't clock it as him?
I didn't clock it was, and then and then like the producer, oh yeah, that was Sam Rex. I was like, oh, that's Pete.
Bro.
But I didn't like. Yeah,
Still though,
like,
that's a talking point.
Like I'd recognize it like his music, but I didn't like fully recognize his. I'm so bad at that sometimes. It's like,
I don't know though, man. That could be a blessing in disguise. If you meet him again, I think, like, especially with my podcast, there's like 3 ways you can come across, and it's either like nervous, overly like, oh, I'm your biggest fan, or just chill, innit? And I think chill is the best way, because if you're nervous, then it makes people a bit uncomfortable. If you're too like, if you go up to someone and you're like, oh, I'm your biggest fan, oh, can you come on my podcast? Oh, can you, bro, the worst ones, can you listen to a beat pack? Like, I've had rappers on there and they're like, when a producer just says that, like, and they're just like, oh, can you listen to a beat pack? Because so many people make dry beats nowadays, where it's like,
trust me, man. It's because I guess anyone can like make like, or anyone can just follow along to like a drill
normal
tutorial or
140
whatever, and just make like, you know,
Definitely.
what sort of like an average drill beat. But now I was gonna say, I guess that is another hard thing. Is I guess like one of the main things is just like, first of all, just getting artists to trust you really, and
100%.
just getting them to like believe in your sound and whatever.
we had a guy Morgan on who owns Now or Never Entertainment, who have like
Oh yeah, I know
they've
that.
done, you know that, yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was on last week, and he was saying that one day he was in his local fish and chip shop. He's from Brighton, and a guy was playing like underground rap, like Ashbeck and all these people on the radio, and he was like, who's playing this? And the guy was like, oh, it's me, I produce. Do you want to hear a beat pack? And he was like, his name is Morgan. He was like, listen to it, and he was like, it's the hardest producer. He's helped produce like Doja, loads of Central C songs where Central C's management team was trying to sign him.
Oh, is it?
As a producer,
Who
yeah.
was it? Who was the producer?
Okay, he didn't say his name, bro. But
I've seen.
okay, but it might have been, it's probably someone you know. I'm guessing he's quite big. But he was just working in the fish and chip shop, and
Crazy.
yeah, man. I think the thing that's hard is like if you're sending these emails out, I could send the exact same email out. Do you know what I mean? So people, it's hard when you're a producer because you've actually got to, like, let's say you done painting, right? If you sent a painting out to someone in an email, as soon as they click on their email, they're going to see your work.
Yeah.
So they can see, boom. But to have the time to like click and then listen and then,
Yeah,
do you know what I
that's
mean?
the thing, you have to.
And bro, and especially with a beat, like you don't really know if a beat's properly. You can tell, all right, the first melody might be good, but up until like 24 bars in or whatever, like you're not gonna know. Oh wow, this is really good. This is really different because of the counter melodies and stuff. So for someone to actually invest like 25 seconds into a random person, do you know what I mean? There's as much chance.
Yeah, trust me.
This is before you obviously have placements and stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing is all you have to do though is just do it once though, because if like an artist just like is going through, because a lot of them still have beats emails or whatever, or like I guess some of them you have to like send for a manager or something, or just I don't know, or like an A&R. But like a lot of them, especially if they're not like a massive or like they're still growing or whatever, they'll usually have a beat email.
Okay.
And then
I'm sure that's easier to get them to listen to it.
Nah, because then you can just like as long as they hear like one beat just from your email, and I feel like, and they just think it's like hard or whatever. Just every time they like see your email, then they'll just start clicking on them because they're just like, because they just trust you. Then they just like
yeah, and they know like you're not gonna. I mean, the bigger you get, the more it's harder to get people's time and for people to think, oh wow, my time's going to be worth me clicking and listening to these people beats. So like you say, I meant more like before you've had these placements and before people have listened. But obviously, once, I mean, I'm guessing you get artists sort of coming and then coming back for beats and stuff like that once you've got that recognition.
It does get like, I guess, a bit easier once, like, but even then it's still kind of difficult.
Yeah,
kind of difficult to do on like a consistent thing as well. But yeah, I think the other thing that sort of helps is to have a tight beat channel that like does quite well.
Yeah.
And then I feel like those are, in a way, I feel like those are the future. Like even like these massive artists will just go on YouTube and just look for tight beats on YouTube, like, because I feel like, I guess for some artists it'll be easier than just going through their email and just like having to look through everyone, but because they can just see tight beats, and then whoever's at the top is like usually the best.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And even then, when I've been with some of my boys who rap, and they'll click on like, I don't know, say they're doing underground like Nims type beat or Nux type beat, and you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, he's actually done a song over this beat. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of times where people have ended up doing it. I mean, I think Digger does it a lot, where he'll have his producers send him like type beats and stuff and beat packs and that, and they'll actually end up going ahead with it. What's your sort of process? Say you've just got your laptop out now, loaded up FL. What are you doing first?
Well, I'll say first thing is, usually nowadays I just like, the first thing I'll do is loops.
Okay.
Like I'll just look through some loops and I'll just like try and find one that's hard, and then just one that I can just like, one that I could see like it being a proper just banger, because I feel like it's just, I don't want to make this like average stuff. I don't want to just, because I feel like back in the day I used to just pump out beats.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays I don't know, I'm a bit older now, and
It's
I just
quality over quantity.
Yeah. I just wanna just like, let's move from just like, I'll just make like whatever and just try and get a placement, to like really thinking about it more and trying to make a hit. Because I feel like that sort of era of just mass producing is a bit like over now, when it's better to just like,
and like if you do 10 beats that are 5 out of 10, a lot of people that are going to be worth your while aren't going to want to use 5 out of 10. So now you've just got 10 worthless beats. But if you do 5 that are 10 out of 10, then do you know what I mean?
That's true. I guess even the other thing is, even if the artist does hop on it, like, is, because I feel like first you've got to like, get the artist to like your beats. Then you've got to like get the general public to like your beats.
Yeah.
Because then you've got to you've got to you just got to get them to like, because I feel like a lot of people, like, I feel like if producers didn't try and like push like sort of scene. I feel like a lot of rappers would just like keep rapping on the same things.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think especially for rappers like Digger, who went from such drill to then just slowly switching up, and now he's doing like guitar beats and things like that. And that probably did come from a producer just saying, look, try on this, and it's a random beat or it's a different type of beat, and then him thinking, oh, that's actually hard, you know. So
Yeah, literally.
definitely.
That's the thing, is it's just because I don't know. I feel like some rappers, I feel like some rappers are really sort of specific on it, and other rappers will just rap on anything. So like, I don't know, you get a lot of like a difference of people when it comes to rap. But yeah, it's gonna like you've got. I feel like sometimes it's like, I guess sometimes like with some artists they don't really want to be, I guess, like challenged in terms of like trying to do something different. But like, especially if you know a rapper, like especially if you have like a good relationship with a rapper or whatever, or an artist or a singer or whatever, I'd say it's usually best to try and just do something different, just to see like
what they
if you can do something on it, if you can just do something on it, then like
man, I
'cause
feel you.
like
I feel you. Is it like, do you load up a sample, think, oh, that sounds like a beat for da da da, and then sort of make that beat for that person in a way? Obviously not, you know, if they don't want it, you're still gonna sort of do it out, but sort of based on what you think they would like.
to be honest, not really. I feel like I feel like I just make music for myself more time, and it's just
Oh, is it?
I look at it the other. I do it the other way. I guess I reverse engineer it in it. I'll make the beat, then think, oh,
Yeah,
who
okay.
should I get on it?
Okay.
Because like I don't know. Because I feel like I feel like I guess maybe it's because I just started cooking. I feel like I like making beats as a whole. Like before even getting the artist on them sometimes, and just proper I guess like making it like it's almost like it's like a full product. Like obviously I guess the way my beats are, they still leave space for the artist and whatever. But like I don't know. I feel like because I guess I just like making me like I feel like it
Do you
would maybe
enjoy
would
it?
have been different if I started as like an engineer or like a full sort of producer.
Yeah.
I guess because I started, I guess, as a beat maker, like
That's what you enjoy.
yeah, I
as
feel
well.
like I do like making beats, I guess, for myself. But then like I will just, I guess, get the artist on them.
Okay. Do you, when you enjoy making beats?
Yeah.
Like, as in, is that sort of the thing you look forward to doing? Do you see something out and then does it give you inspiration you want to go do?
Yeah, that's it. Well, like other things like give you like, because I do still like making songs with artists and whatever. I do still like. I feel like I don't know. I'm a big fan of just like making beats. Like pretty much like just every day I just gotta cook up like a few in it.
Yeah. Oh, you every single day?
Probably.
How
Yeah,
many you
I
made
mean,
me
not
today?
like I mean, some days I'm like say if I'm like just doing something like all day, maybe I won't then, or if I'm just like I don't know, mad tired or ill. But pretty much just like every day for the last like 5 or so years, I've been just doing these beats. Yeah,
That's insane, bro. That's the title. Every single day for the last 5 years.
nah, literally, that's
insane.
yeah, that's the thing is because it's what they say in it, 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
I have no idea like where I am in that cycle, but like
Somewhere
I'd
high
hope
up.
to get to 10,000 at some point in it.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. It's just, it doesn't feel like that. You know, I mean, today, for example, I got up at 5:30.
Crazy.
Was just researching different bits for the podcast till about 8:30. Had a bath, had breakfast, whatever. Yeah, bath, not a shower. I'm a bath person, but had a bath, had some breakfast. Drove from like, do you know, near Cambridge?
Or Cambridge, whereabouts?
Near in between Cambridge and Norwich, Suffolk.
Suffolk, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not the county.
Yeah. And drove from there, so it took about 2 hours to get here.
Crazy. Or is that where you live?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And yeah, man, just done. Got one more after you, and then yeah. But it doesn't feel like hard work. Do you know what I mean? Because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
When I'm driving there, it's not like I'm driving to go do a 9 to 5 that I don't enjoy.
Oh nah, I go because I used to have like a 9 to 5 for like a short time, and I feel like just going to a 9 to 5 feels like so much more like stress than going to the studio.
Yeah, is like producing your job?
Well, right now it is. Yeah, right now
Okay.
I just sort of like. Well, what I make the living off really is the sort like the Type Beat channel. They're just.
Okay, does that do well? Do you get paid like as in monetization?
Yeah, monetization. People like you can just sell leases and like that gives you a decent amount of money. And yes, but just for now, I've just been able to just properly just.
That's insane. A lot of the people we have on here just do like music as a side. I would normally think that. I mean, when I used to produce, when I was like 11, 11 or 12, and that was just like Playboy Carti type beats. You know what I mean? Everyone
Yeah.
used to start. Bro, I'm sure you've made Playboy Carti type beats
Nah,
at
yeah, I
some
used to make
point.
Playboy Carti.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
back in the
Everyone
day.
did, innit? Back in
Yeah.
the day, and I always thought that rappers get paid a lot better than producers. But yeah, man, for you to come on and if producing's your job, then fair play. Because I know that's probably a lot harder than to be a rapper and get the money.
Nah, I hear that. Nah, but the thing about producing is, I feel like the thing about producing is like it doesn't pay much until it does.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess that's a mad way to say it, but like it's like you'll be getting like, because the thing that like that helps you actually make it a job is like the YouTube channel, innit? If I didn't do the YouTube channel, or like if I didn't do, I guess paid sessions also help, and just I guess like between those two you can make a pretty decent living. But
Okay.
like if I didn't do that, I would just be working like I don't know, just like probably just a 9 to 5 and just doing music just in my spare time or whatever.
What do you think you'd be doing if you wasn't doing music?
To be honest, probably just any, because I'd be trying to make it in music, so I wouldn't just try.
Yeah,
and
no,
fully just
that's
go
what I
into a
mean. If you
career.
wasn't, yeah, that's
Just probably some just I guess just really like basic office, like something that like I guess you could just do for low effort while you like pursue something else.
yeah. Well, you could be thinking and think, sort of getting creative about other stuff.
Yeah, literally. That's probably what I'd end up
Yeah.
be doing, because I wouldn't want to just like, if I wasn't a producer, I guess if I wasn't a producer fully, like I never sorted it out, I probably would have. I don't know. I would have tried to do something like maybe even like a lawyer or something.
Oh, is it?
Something I would have wanted to do something just, I don't know, wait, something where you get to like work in like like the city or something. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like
Wearing a suit.
somewhere you get to like wear a
Yeah,
suit,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Actually, that ties in well.
Do a
with
podcast,
Suited
bro,
to Be
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a good shout. So when you do obviously you do YouTube, Instagram. Do you do anything on TikTok?
TikTok, nah, not because I'd only ever do something on a TikTok if I knew it was gonna like, if I actually had something to do. Because I feel like the thing about TikTok is you really have to sort of come with it with a plan, like
And have, like, videos,
make,
what you're
I was
gonna
gonna
do.
say, and sort of make serious content. And it's like, unless I fully just had an idea of what I wanted to do and like I actually wanted to make content, I would do it. Because I don't know, at the same time is that like I'm a music producer. I'm not like a content creator, and I feel like it, like in a way it's kind of just like
Yeah. We had do you know Adam K?
Adam K.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, we had him on the first episode, and I asked him about TikTok as well. I only ask because I do a lot, and he said the same thing. Like he makes music for himself, and you don't really know. I just make beats. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, and you could do challenges. Make a beat in 10 minutes, or make a beat. I don't know, step-by-step tutorial and things like that. But I suppose if you're not that type of person, then
Nah, I get you. I feel like the other thing with that is I don't like, it doesn't really help. I guess like the sort of main thing you're trying to do as a producer.
yeah,
I feel like as a producer, the only sort of marketing or any sort of branding or anything you have is your producer tag and your style of beats.
Yeah.
Nothing else really like matters like that. You can't. I feel like there's no sort of shortcuts in that route. You can't just like blow up off of TikTok and then just like suddenly become like the biggest producer in the UK or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you've really just got to get the placements. You've got to like have a sound, because like I feel like you can, because there's a lot of things you can do around something, but like around the product to like
Yeah.
make it better. But like the
That main
thing that
thing.
people are there for is the actual product.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Who do you think you've got like an inspiration as a producer?
And I've got a lot. I'd say, I don't know, my first main one was probably like Carnes Hill, like back in the day.
Oh, what, the rapper?
No, Carnes Hill, the guy that he produced for like 6 7 and
Maybe. Well, I probably would if I've heard some of the beats.
I guess M1 on the beat as well.
Yeah.
That was another, because I feel like I used to just listen to drill like when I started, and like I guess I just used to listen to like M Huncho and DVE. They were both sort of like
Well, you listened to them before you got placements?
yeah, basically, yeah.
That's insane.
Like that's what inspired me to just get placements with them and make that type of
insane.
music. I remember just like, because I was like into drill before, and even before that I was into grime, like really early on. And then yeah, I remember just hearing like M Huncho for the first time. Like, when like his Mad About Bars came out,
Yeah.
like the first one.
Yeah,
Like before I even really like knew who he was, and I was just like, I remember hearing it thinking, oh yeah, this is the type of music I want to make.
Yeah, like
This is,
wavy drill sort of stuff.
Yeah, 'cause
especially Baby Money. Or Baby Mane. He's my favorite that
is it?
genre, like Mali rap, where
Nah,
you got
Marley
like
rap is
Nino.
sick, to be honest.
Bro, that was probably for like 2 years, 24 Wavy, all of these people.
Oh, yeah, I've been working with Nino as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, hopefully something comes out.
Yeah,
Like, I can't guarantee anything, but yeah.
good, bro. I hope so. A guy needs to drop more music. I used to all of that sort of that wavy drill. I'm trying to think of other people. Born Trappy.
Oh, yeah, he's sick, man. He's sick.
Yeah. He's cool because he does some stuff with like the real rap as well. So you got like him
Yeah.
songs with Rimsey and stuff like that. A lot of people, it's a nice change because a lot of like Nino and stuff, they do a lot of solos. I mean, I think he's got songs with Suspect, doesn't he?
Well, Nino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sick song, to be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's good. It's good to see. Yeah, I asked about TikTok because the exposure on that. If you're, I think producing it would work well. Obviously, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it because that's the only way. I mean, you've made however many beats per day or whatever because you enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? So that's the best. Enjoying something's the best motivation. And
Yeah.
people think that you can just start something and people can just grind at it. But realistically, it's not. It doesn't feel like grinding if you enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's the thing is where it's just producing is one of those things where like if you just want money or fame or whatever, like don't go into producing because I feel like it's just with producing it's long like a lot of the time it's unrewarding and like I guess that's the thing is like even if you want like I guess power, money or success is you're probably like you're never going to be able to just work as hard as someone who just likes doing it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, that's what I'm saying. Because then they're gonna have endless motivation. Yeah, man, I got the first 10 people to come on little Christmas cards. Because I think like even yourself, bro, like when you're saying how it's long getting the first placement, it's sort of the same with this, isn't it? Like no one.
Yeah, I get you,
bro. Like what are you? And some people that I've asked that are bigger, bro, even people with like 200 followers and shit like that, and they're like, oh, what's the incentive to come on? And it's like. Like the incentive is coming on a podcast and having a conversation.
Like, podcast is like,
do you know what I mean?
A podcast is like, I guess surely you'd like, I guess, I don't like in a way, I guess getting to talk about yourself for an hour.
Yeah, and yeah, man, like coming on when the podcast. Like, I'm more than happy with how it does, but it's not millions of views. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess the other thing is, I guess some people are just proper like, I guess I don't know, like some people just aren't like what's the word? I feel like just some people just don't want to talk about what they do. Or
yeah.
Like, or just I guess shy to come on podcasts as well.
Yeah, and if that's the case, if that 100%, that's where I'm understanding, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. And bro, I'm still understanding when people want money for coming on, but when people are like, yeah, I'll come on. Like, I don't know, man. It means a lot because it's like that. You don't need to come on, and as much as you're doing it to benefit yourself, it's also a benefit of me because it's giving me episodes to put out. It's given me more insight into being a producer. But I used to produce for like probably about a year. Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything about producing, so and I'm not just hearing from someone that makes beats on FL and that's it. You've done your thing.
Thank you, man.
You've been successful, bro. So it's good to have these conversations. But yeah, man, it's good to like. I appreciate you coming on, man. It's good to.
Man, thank you.
I'm sure when M Huncho bought that beat off you, you felt more thankful for him, not because of the money it made you, but because it's like someone believing in you.
Isn't it, bro? It's like I'm gonna say it was mad. I found out in like school as well. I was in just like fucking year. I was in like year 10. Just I was like I don't know. I was just like on my like I guess I had to proper like hide it as well because I was like on my phone. Like obviously you're not meant to be on your phone. In school and whatever. And if they get like if you get caught, they take it or whatever. But like. Yeah, man. I remember I just found out. I was just so glad, like, because I didn't even have any like signal or anything. So I just saw the messages, and I was just like, oh, like.
What was it from him?
It was like straight, just like he DM'd me from his account, like, oh, yo, can I give you my manager's number, or whatever? You've got a song on the next tape, and I was like, bro, it was mad, bro. I had PA next, probably played one of like probably the worst like football I've ever played.
Yeah. Because
I was just so like fucking just like. It's like nervous and excited.
Yeah. Just like
because I was just thinking, just like, oh damn, bro, I've got like an M Huncho placement, man. I've been doing this producing thing for like 2 years, and just
it's finally paying off.
Yeah, and this is like the first time I've ever got like a big placement.
Yeah, bro, and it's like one of them things where like your life's like your career sort of like flashes before your eyes. You know what I mean? It's
Trust me.
For all you know, bro. I mean, how long have you been producing now?
I started for probably about like maybe even like 6-7 years now. Like,
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while.
There we go, bro. So 6-7 years, and you could still be somewhere where you have no placements. But 2 years in, now that changes the course of it. Because, like you say, once you
Yeah.
get one, it's like a ripple effect. You know what I mean? It's and you obviously you know that. So, but yeah, bro, it must have been nuts.
Yeah, trust me. That being said, I haven't like I feel like it helps. I haven't fully made it yet though. Like I feel like I
Yeah,
still
of
have more to
course.
come. Like I have big goals in this like in this music game. I can't
Yeah.
lie. I have like I just I feel like the one thing I want to just take the sound I have and just take it like not like mainstream, like just proper. I want it to be the mainstream, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to go mainstream, but like
You want it to be.
yeah, I want to like bring the
Yeah.
sound into like the sort of I guess like the I guess like the public more.
Yeah.
Because it's like what I find mad is that people like it's people like you know like Born Trappy, Baby Me, and whatever. Like they'll get like 1 million or so views, which I guess is still a lot, but like it's not like you know it's not like what someone like Lil Durk would get.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like when I go around my area, like people that I went to school with, people I was friends with, whatever, be like, oh yeah, that song you did with Baby Main's Sick or whatever, and it's like they'll probably like rate these artists and love these artists. So it's just like the people that know about these people like proper love them, innit? That's the thing I rate about I guess like Marley
Yeah.
Wave music is just
Yeah, you're
I feel
right.
like people like if you know about Marley Wave music like most like if you're a fan of it you proper love it.
Yeah, you're right. You're proper right, yeah. And it's like if you like people got a Lil Max, but I know
Yeah.
people that will die for Lil Max, bro. Like people that will literally profile pictures. Every single story has that sort of Lil Max song on it. Do you know what I mean? You're right, bro.
Yeah,
And
no, literally, and then
the
there's
thing
people
is-
with like millions of views that like
Yeah,
these
yeah.
people just sort of are like
It's
you know,
weird,
people that
yeah.
get like tens of millions of views who just
even
do,
with drill people aren't like that. Like not as much. I mean, you have favorite artists, but yeah, you're right, bro. Marley Wave rap's just got some diehard fans, isn't it?
nah, trust. I feel like it's a good thing though, is because I feel like it's because it's just proper good music. Because I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes I feel the other thing with like Marley music is it's not really driven by like stuff outside of the music. 'Cause, I mean, sometimes like music can sort of be driven by like in real life events that have happened or like controversies or anything like that or just like
Marley's just most of the time, especially like songs like D Block and that, it's just talking shit. Like people will do like make a DBE song in like 5 minutes and it's just like not talking shit, but just talking like about basic stuff. You know what I mean? But saying it in different ways and different
and I feel like
melodies and
DB that type of music is just all about I guess vibes, isn't it? It's
yeah,
just,
that's what I mean.
you
Yeah,
just got to like proper just I guess like just the sound is I feel like it's just all about like the lyrics I guess they sort of matter. There are some like deeper like sort of DB type songs, but I feel like most of the time it's more about like the melodies and whatever. And in a way, I feel like that's quite good though because it's just I feel like for a song to properly be like a hit or for it to be properly good music, it has to be good to the point where like some random person from I don't know like Cambodia, some
Yeah.
person that like doesn't know I guess even like doesn't even know English or anything or like know the context of who these
Knows
rappers
that
are.
it's
Will
a
we listen
good
to it and be
song.
like, oh yeah, this is a hit.
yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
feel like that's that would be the hallmark of just like something I'd say that's like just like properly great music, just something
Yeah.
that's universally good and that like
That's right, yeah. That makes sense. And I feel like if you show someone drill, there's a lot of reasons for them to not like it. Show someone, even rap, bro. Rap has such a bad stigma where, like, no matter what type of rap you're playing, if a old woman's walking past and you've got it playing out your car, most chances they'll give you a dirty look. Do you know what I mean? But with, like, Marley Wave rap, it's like the halfway between what they're talking about is like the rap genre, but they're doing it in like a singing way, but also on a
Yeah.
beat that's not like 808 and kick crowded. You know what I mean? It's like
the
nice.
thing about that's I feel like that's the thing about Marley Waves. I feel like it sounds I guess it sounds proper emotional, which like most rap like even I feel like a problem like rap sometimes has with emotion is like the beat will be sad and whatever, and yet like the guy will be talking and he's just still like flexing.
Yeah,
He's,
definitely.
like he'll be like or like he'll be like a sad song for like parts of it, but then he has to like mention that he goes Selfridges or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, has a
Yeah.
rollie or whatever.
100. It's not just 100%. But yeah, man, the thing that interests me about Marley Wave is that there just doesn't seem to be bad songs. Like, and some rappers, I don't know, do you know the American rappers like Chef G and that?
Yeah.
And Sleepy Hallow? Like I always say them, like if I'm driving, I'm doing a 2-hour drive and I can't be bothered to keep changing music and shit. obviously the person next to me, because I do not go on my phone while I drive. But I'll just put someone like Sleepy Hollow, literally go on his artist profile and just shuffle, because I know I'm not going to listen to a bad song. And I can do the same with like Lil Max and Nino and all these people, because they just don't have
you
bad
listen
songs.
to like the whole tape, and it's not like,
and it's
like,
all,
the energy doesn't drop off.
Yeah,
it's not like a mid song.
It's all like, it's all good. And I think I always say to people, like, do you know Tiggs, the author?
Yeah, Tiggs the author. Yeah,
of course, bro. And all of his songs with nines have been bangers. And I think it's because when you mix, like, there's something about like what would be like rappers singing, or like people singing on rap songs, where it just works, even if it's like not good. It still just sounds nice, because I don't know, bro. Like, even like I have friends that rap, as I said, and when they start singing on a song, even if they can't sing, it's still just hard because it's different.
Yeah,
and
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but yeah, Tiggs is sick, to be honest. Yes, that's something as well. I rate something like some sweet. I like unique voices. People that just have like a really unique tone of voice. Another good person for that is a guy called 20. He's coming up. I think, in my opinion, that he's like him and like a few others, like people like Malzo and G-Dub. I feel like they're the future of like this sort of wave. Yeah, I think they're sick, man. But yeah, big up Tiggs as well, and his producers show and prove is sick, bro. Like the amount of like it's almost every song that like Nines does with Tiggs is produced by like Show and Prove, and it's like that. I feel like NIC is probably the best one. That is such a banger. Yeah, that guy.
I'll have a listen, bro. Yeah, him and Northside Benji.
Oh yeah, Northside Benji, bro.
That's my favorite.
That's what my YouTube channel is based on more time. Northside Benji type. Like that.
Are you hoping that for a placement?
Hopefully. I've been trying. I feel like it's harder because he's from America and whatever.
Yeah, it's from Canada.
Well, not America, Canada. I meant to say. I guess America, the continent. But
yeah, you know what I mean. We know what you mean.
He's from Toronto.
Yeah,
but, I would love to get that. Like Northside Benji is so sick. I feel. The thing about him is he gets views, but he's still underrated in my opinion.
Because he's just humble, bro. Like, it doesn't. It's because, underrated and that. I mean, it's a fine line, isn't it? And you can easily cross it into being overrated, because if the more you post, the more rated you're gonna get if you're good, because of the exposure you're gonna get. But that can very quickly be to like, oh, all I'm seeing is him, and then he's overrated.
You know who that happened with? I feel like it happened with Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh yeah, he's sick. He's like, oh, this guy's so underrated. He's next up. Then he blew up, and then everyone just randomly started. Like, I feel like it was literally, it happened in a day or like a week. Yeah. Which is everything about Jack Harlow on like Twitter or whatever was positive
to negative,
and then it just went all negative. Like, he didn't even do it. Like, he didn't even do anything. He didn't even drop a song.
Yeah.
But everyone just collectively. I feel like it's just because one person said it, and everyone just like
jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh yeah, bro, that guy's so overrated. But it's just I was gonna say, like, public opinion is so like,
it's cruel, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing. Is I guess that's the thing about being mainstream as well. I guess is if I ever when I do. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna manifest it. I'm gonna make it to that point. I'm gonna say that my music will become mainstream at some point, and my style of beats will
absolutely.
And I guess the good thing is, if you make it to the charts now, you also have a good chance of it being big in Europe and America as well. So I guess I got to thank all of the people that worked on UK rap before me.
Yeah.
But just putting in all that hard work, and then I guess
taking it over.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of Pete that they put in all the hard work, and then our generation gets
the benefits.
Then we just
I know what you mean, reaping the benefits.
It's like, I don't know, yeah, they took all this time to build the bridge, and then we just walk over it. But it's it is it will be, and but the thing about mainstream is, I feel like the things I guess I'll have to remember as well, if I ever want to get to this point, is that the mainstream the general public aren't your friends. Then they're probably some of, I guess, some of the worst audience to have in a way. You need them to I guess to be number to get the number one or whatever, but
they're critical.
They're critical, they're fickle, they're they'll just they'll leave you at the drop of a hat for the next thing.
Yeah.
I guess to keep the general public sort of interested is an art in itself, to be honest.
They'll do a Jack Harlow on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not me. I guess it'd be the artists I produce for mainly, because I feel like it doesn't really with producers, even if they're big, there's not that much discourse on them because it's just
Yeah, that's true.
because that's the thing about being a producer is even if I didn't hide my face and I had like I don't know I was the biggest UK producer and I had like 1 million followers,
People
and, like,
still
all
would
these big
pass you on the
songs,
street.
people still wouldn't recognize me. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Well, it's like Ghosty, bro. I only know what Ghosty looks like because I've seen him do beat challenges. Before that, bro, I was listening to probably, I don't know, over half of the drill songs I made would be produced by him. And I still don't know what he looks like. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it's like even like as an example, it's like I saw like a TikTok the other day from like Murder Beats,
Mm-hmm.
and like all the comments are like what, like people are like what, like Murder Beats is white, like, and this guy's been like one of the biggest producers for like the last 5 years, and like
Yeah.
people like he doesn't hide his face or anything. He's in all the music videos and whatever, and people are only now finding out like
Yeah.
like that he's white. Like that's the thing that's like that's the thing that's mad is like as a producer you can be so like popular. Yet so anonymous, like at the same time. It's a really weird like mix.
You said about producers having like unique sounds. What would you say yours is?
I'd say mine is sort of I called it Surrey Coast because that's where I'm from. I'm from Surrey.
Okay.
But like
Sorry, that's not far away from me, is it?
it's so nice. It's like the other side of London, isn't it? Sorry. It's do you know where Heathrow is?
Oh yeah, I've got that completely wrong. Yeah. No, I don't.
Oh, it's like
I know roughly. Yeah, I don't know
I
exactly.
don't, like well, I live near like Fort Park, if you know where that is.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I live like that sort of area. And
I was
yeah,
thinking of somewhere else. I think because
Oh, what
that's
are you
not
thinking
near
of?
me. I don't know, bro. Somewhere that probably just sounds similar.
oh yeah, I
But
get
yeah,
you.
carry on.
But I need to get my fucking thought of train back now. But
Thought of train.
like
Train
of
of thought.
thoughts.
There you go. Now, so you were
Bugging.
saying about saying what do you think your unique sound is?
Oh, my unique sound was yeah, I'd say mainly it's sort of like trap. It's just different. Like I feel like it's almost sort of West Coast as well because it's just like I rate that sound as well. Obviously, my boy Viper is like yeah, he's just someone I've been proper like probably like one of the producers I work closely with, and he's just like he's been doing this West Coast thing properly. He's he's got all of like the Draco the Ruler sort of like all the big placements over there like.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's been doing sick. So I guess because I've been working with him a lot, like I've been fucking with that West Coast sound as well. And I feel like my sound is sort of like almost like a mix of like trap, like West Coast, and I'd say like something else that I've proper like, incorporated into it recently is like that like 2000s R&B, like that sort of Timberland type vibes.
Sort of.
Like,
Yeah, sort of.
I'm trying to think of like
Got an example of like
Justin
musician.
Timberlake type
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
like them
Bro,
artists.
Justin Timberlake on
Or,
trap.
like, yeah, literally, because it's just like, because what I wrote about that is, I want my drums to sound proper, like I guess like smooth in it, like proper like, but because I feel like everyone nowadays, I feel like just everything's just it feels like it's just a race to be like as hard as like it's like, oh, it has to be as hard as possible, like the kick has to be at like fucking plus 12 dB and just, like I feel like I want my beats to just be proper like smooth, something you could play in like a club or something, and something that you could just like proper just like enjoy, something you can just bop your head to.
Yeah, something that if you asked a guy from Cambodia, you can speak
something you ask the
English.
guy-
Yeah.
It ties in. Yeah, if you ask the guy from Cambodia, they'd still like it. Just
Because it's not, you don't have to love like hard hitting music. You don't have to love really chilled out music. It's just like a mix of it
Yeah.
all and just, yeah.
now to me, I feel like it's just the other thing is most of it's just on my YouTube channel right now. I haven't got like too many placements with the sort of like new sound I'm coming with now, but like yeah, because I feel like I do that as well as trap now. Because I still do trap and I'll even do like drill every now and then and whatever. But I'd say like that's just my maybe that's the sound I proper love as well. Like I do like club music. I'm a fan of club music, and I feel like the UK doesn't have like that much proper like all of the club music's like EDM as well. So hopefully I can change that like a bit and like I guess like get some more just like rap club songs.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you play any instruments?
Honestly, nah, I don't even
You don't.
still.
Do you know how?
Like literally, I could play the piano probably enough to like convince someone that I could play it. But like,
is that just from doing it as a MIDI?
yeah, I guess just from like doing it as a MIDI, and I guess just probably just learning from the piano roll on a FL Studio.
That's what I mean.
Really.
Yeah. Just from like having it. That's funny. That's
But yeah, nah.
do a tight beat on a piano.
Nah, literally, like, I'm like, I could probably like play like, I can do like chords and whatever, but I couldn't play like, I don't know, like a classical piece on the piano.
Yeah.
and I can't play a guitar at all, or like a bass guitar or anything like that. But
Do you have a musical background, or was it just producing?
not really. Like no one in my family, like some people in my family, like I guess some of the older ones would have had like bands and stuff like that, and like, but like none of them were like proper like were musicians as their job, or like
Yeah.
like both my
That's funny. A lot of people do it backwards. A lot of people were there and they've been inspired because of their parents or whatever.
yeah. Nah, I feel like I guess I'm sort of like, obviously I feel like they do still inspire you because they play music and whatever, but like, nah, I was gonna say with my I guess with like me, I guess it's more of a thing where it's just I didn't even really like think about music that much until about like 13 or 14 when I proper like took it in.
Okay.
And then like I feel like pretty much as soon as I started like listening to music, I started making music as well.
Okay.
Because like I feel like just before then I would
well.
just listen to I'd listen to whatever. Like if you asked me my favorite song, it'd probably be something from like the FIFA soundtrack. Like
Yeah. That makes sense. Do you think that it changed like what music you make depending on what you listen to?
100%. I feel like what you listen to is like
Even
pretty
if
much
people
what you
don't know
make
it,
in a
I
way.
suppose. Because I've had people in there, like rappers, and I've asked them that. And they're like, yeah, sometimes. And then I think, well, even if you don't realise, like the bar, when you're thinking bars, your brain's probably subconsciously thinking bars about the songs that you've just listened to. Because it makes
Literally.
sense.
Well, what is the influencer? You can't like I guess you can't have an original thought in a way.
Mm.
Like if you know nothing, you couldn't make music like out of thin air, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
say if you like I don't know, you grew up in a I don't know, like on the Truman Show or something, and you just
Yeah.
fucking like didn't have like, and they just never played any music, and you wouldn't be able to like make music initially because you would have nowhere to start off with.
Yeah.
But like, because I feel like it has to be influenced by like what you know in a way.
Yeah, I completely agree. I remember when the ChatGPT, like massive things were happening with that, and people were saying, "Oh, well, it's doing this and it was the text to image mid journey and stuff." And people were saying, "Oh, well, it's stealing like artists' work and creating its own with it." But isn't that just what everyone does when they do a painting? I mean, the only reason they know how to draw an eye is because someone else has drawn an eyes like that. And then it's like when people write books, they're writing, it's like plagiarism. Like, how far do you take that? Because the words are only in certain order because of the language, but then everyone's. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're wording something in a certain way, it's because you've read that or heard that from someone, but that doesn't mean that it's there. Do you know what I mean? Kanye West said that, and someone mentioned this last week, all the best ideas have just already been taken, so the best musicians take someone else's idea and make it their own. And it's facts, like, you can't do any different.
Yeah, I guess it's like there's a quote I hear a lot or something like it's like, oh, it's like good artists like make from scratch, like good artists. I think it was like good artists copy, great artists steal, or something like that, which is kind of a peak quote, but like I guess it does make a sense of just like you have to like I guess take from the things around you in a way.
Yeah,
You've got to like take inspiration, which is like. Well, like I don't know. Hopefully, I guess the thing is, I guess I wouldn't even like, I guess be like, unless they blatantly copied it, I wouldn't even be like that mad if someone like just like took
it's like
my
props
sound.
to you, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say because I guess it shows that it's like that I have influence.
Definitely, and it shows that what you're doing is hard enough for someone else to want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would genuinely, I'll be say if I see like an OrWot type beat one day, I'd be gassed, man.
Yeah.
And I'm manifest that as well. It's gonna happen someday. One person's gonna make an OrWot type beat.
Watch this video back in 2 years and see.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
See
Yeah, that would be mad because it's just. But that's the other thing. It's just like if you're saying these things in a podcast and then they happen, it's like people are gonna go back to the podcast and be like, oh, like he predicted it, like.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Of course it will happen, man. If you keep 6 or 7 years is crazy, like, and this is the 6 or 7 years where people tend to fluctuate what they do the most. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. 5 to 6 years. Like people, let's say 14 to 18. They're the 4 years that people change most because money isn't a worry. Most people aren't paying rent. Most people have so much free time. But do you know what I mean? These are times where people will think, especially me. I don't know if you're the same. I'm quite obsessive. Like if I get into something,
100.
I'm like, this is now. Do you know what I mean? If I get into FIFA, I'm looking at FIFA glitches. I'm looking at FIFA.
Oh, so bro, I feel like
do
I'm
you know
like
what I
that.
mean?
I got into like it's like I got back into Fortnite back in the day, then I went off it, and now I've just got back into it, and I'm just playing it all the time.
That's what
now,
I
and it's
mean,
just,
bro.
I'm trying to just
like
that's the thing is, I feel like you just get like proper like fixated.
exactly,
Or something, like.
but it's because we're young, bro. So it's like,
Yeah, literally.
do you know what I mean? Adults. I mean, if you're mid-50s or mid-40s or mid-30s even, and you've got kids and you've got a full-time job that you've been working at for 10 years, and that pays for your rent, for your kids' food, for your food, for so much. Like, what are you going to do? Especially with something like producing where you're right, it doesn't pay at the start.
Nah,
like, you don't really have time for jobs that are like hobbies. Do you know what I mean?
Mad though is a lot of the producers that do blow up are people that have just like, they've just what like they've just working like a nine, like so like some like mad like 9 to 5s or whatever. It's like I got like you know Young Chenks, Central C's producer.
Bro, yeah, I reckon that might be.
Yeah, nah.
I think that's number 1. Yeah, he was the guy I was talking about earlier was like number 2 or 3. But yeah, I do know who that is.
Yeah, nah. The thing about him is like he's like this massive, like he's a massive producer now. Like he's got all these like cuts with Central C and whatever. I remember before like he was a teacher, and then he's just like he's just fully like, and he used to, bro, his hustle was insane, man. He used to drive down from like I think like somewhere in the Midlands to Ealing. 'Cause I had a session with him like before he like a bit before he blew up.
Really?
Because he was talking about the songs of Central C like in the session, and like yeah, like we just cooked up like, and he drives all the way down from like the Midlands or somewhere to to then it was like Ealing to just like you know have a studio and just cook up and like make songs with artists and that, and he was just doing that for like sorry, he was doing that for like years before it proper worked, and like
but it pays off.
That's the thing is that like yeah, I was gonna say for like there's like with producing or even with artistry really there's no like time limit on it. It's just it feels like if you really want to do it, like you end up doing it. In a way, it feels like it's harder not to do it than to do it sometimes.
Definitely, especially bro. And if it goes back to what you're saying, if you enjoy it, then them drives from the Midlands, however long they took, they don't feel like that long. They don't feel like you're going and you're traveling for work. It just feels like you're just doing what you're meant to do.
Yeah,
do you know
literally.
what I mean? So if you're staying up till 3 a.m. because you're trying to make a certain type of beat,
nah, that's just bro. That's what I've been on really. That's just like because I remember like back in the day when I had like sixth form, I used to go to a music college called ACM, it's in like Guildford, and I remember I would be at the studio until like 3 a.m. Like go back home in an Uber or whatever, sleep, then in like 4 hours be up at like 7 a.m. and just like getting ready for like college, and I do that like all the time, just days in a row or whatever, and it's just like it's mad because the thing is Guildford is far out, it's like almost further out than Cambridge is. So it's like, so I'm starting like, I guess where I live is fairly close to London, so I'm going out to like all the way to Guildford, like all the way into the countryside, then going like back into London to just like work on music, and just going like then back to my yard. So I'm doing mad hours of traveling every day just to like to make beats. And I guess even nowadays it's just like I'll just be going to studio just like 10-12 hours and just like
what in like one session.
Yeah, just doing all these, especially when I have my own studio. Like I've moved out now, and I'm gonna be moving into another one like next month or whatever. Because it's just I don't want to move in, like, you know, I'm not trying to worry about all that stuff in Christmas, you know, like
standard.
Yeah, so after, like, you know, January I'll be moving into it, but like before, like I had the studio until like November or whatever, and yeah, I'll just go studio like afternoon or whatever, just do the session or just cook up or like make a song with an artist, because I had quite a few bangers were made in that studio. To be fair, I had all of like the Marley, like had like Nino, like Main there, like all of these people. It was a good spot, man, and yeah, just I'd be working on that stuff. I'd be going like overnight, then just like in the morning at like 5 a.m. or whatever, I'd be just taking like the bus back to like central London, just like you know, just like tired as hell, you know, like as the sun's rising, and then just take like the long ass train back to like my yard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, it's worth it, bro. And this again, as much as you'll watch back on these podcast clips, you'll think back to them stories. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, like you only hear them stories, bro, from people that have been successful, and the reason they're successful is because they done things like that. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people spend times like this pissing about and thinking their free time is to do nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like that's the thing. I feel like, yeah, it's hard because I feel like consistency is probably one of the most, especially when you're coming up. Like maybe when you're like massive or whatever, you can afford to take like a year off or whatever. Like say if you're like Adele level,
yeah,
or like I guess Jay Huss does it as well, where he just won't release for like 3 years. But even then, he'll probably still be working. Like he just hasn't like done anything that he likes yet or whatever. But like, it's I feel like if you just like if you don't like properly care about what you do and you don't take it seriously, I feel like it just does become a thing where it's like yeah, it's just like you probably like you're a lot less likely to make it if you just like do it half-heartedly.
Definitely.
And you don't just try and like go like it's hard to do something well if you're not trying to go all in, because
100.
in almost every field of like any importance, like, and even like feels like you wouldn't even think of that point, like even just like, I don't know, playing FIFA or something, there is someone that will like put their entire heart into something,
Definitely.
and
100.
they'll always beat you. Like,
Yeah, they'll always win because they've got everything on the line. 100%, bro. Have you got anything else to say?
no, I feel like I've said everything still.
Go check out the YouTube. It's in the description.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Right, man. So, guys, it was Suited For You podcast. We just tied it up with OrWot. Go stream all the videos in the description. Go check his Instagram out. Videos on the screen. Go watch some more. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, man.
Cool, bro. It was real nice having you.
Oh, well, it's coming down as well, man.